Alright, what's up everyone? My name is Moverlock and today we're gonna be playing a game of hockey management. This is actually my first time playing. Well, I've played a full bit around with it just to take a look and see a lot of the functions, but I really didn't put that much thought into it while I was doing so. You guys are gonna have the opportunity to follow me and and see how I'll do a bit. So let's just jump right into it. I've already downloaded a couple of rosters and face packs and logo packs as well, so I've got that out of the way. And I actually have to remove that out of the way eventually. Alright, so what I'm gonna do is because it's my first time, I'll have everything at enhanced. I wanna kinda have the data and stats from all those leagues that we have available. But I will only be playing with the NHL. I don't really have any intentions of actually managing any other team, even though I might and probably will get fired. I will start in September, that is correct. I'll play with a large database, just have a little more players. I think that should be fine. Staff, I believe I should add key staff option as any missing key staff such as chairman, managers. Yeah, I want to have that. Just the more realistic, the better. And extra, no, I don't want any extras. I don't want any playables. Alright, I feel like that's fine. Retain all teams. The option loads up all teams from the database. And I'm gonna do that just to have, again. Ooh, what does that do? Alright, anyways. I guess that's fine. Let's just get started with it. Sorry about that. So today I'm really planning just to do a short, like 20-30 minutes video right now. Just take a look at the team and kind of like assess the situation and see, obviously, from the guys' comments, what we can do with it, and what do you think we probably should focus on, and obviously take into consideration the board expectations. And the team that I'm going to be playing today, I really have to remove that. It's really annoying. Will be the Boston Bruins, which is right here. The reason being is because I actually lived in Boston for a bit. It is the team I support, so I kind of feel a connection with it, and I think that's kind of cool. Um, let's just take a look. If you take a look, I feel like they have a pretty decent team. Obviously, if you take stars into consideration, we have obviously Tuukka Rask, great goaltender. We do have as well, kind of a youngster, David Pastrnak. We do have a lot of other players. Let's take a look. Marchand, Torrey Krug. Anyway, so a lot of good players. And how do I come back? I don't want to compare players. Let me just. Oh, there you go. All right, so yeah. So that's the team we're going to be choosing. So the Boston Bruins, a team from Boston, obviously, from the Atlantic Division. They play in the Eastern Conference. Their affiliates are the Providence Bruins and the Atlanta Gladiators. I did not know that. Well, and they were part of the original teams of the NHL 1924. And let's just go ahead and start with that. Mover. Last name Luck. Kind of a powerful name. I am gonna put, yeah, just leave it at American for now. That's not really important. I will put another nationality as well. Swiss. And born November 1st, 1979. That sounds about right. Did I put it? November 12th. Yeah, whatever. That's fine. And I'm actually going to put the experience that is closest to mine, which is a recreational player. And obviously, that meaning that I actually never played hockey ever in my life. So, even though I would like to, never did. So, that's probably the closest we have. Alright, so we already have created the general manager from the Bruins. Let's go ahead and take a look. Already had a couple of saves here, not really important. Let's just do the B's. The B. Alright, that's gonna be. I'm gonna remove that as well because that's really annoying, and I'm not gonna have time to just read all of those things. So let's go quickly to preferences. Do I want to disable tutorial screens? Alright, cool. Alright, so this is obviously the screen that greet us when we open it. Uh, if you take a look, we're gonna be having one, two, three, four, five, six exhibition games, and then eventually we're gonna go to the NHL playing the Jets, Canadiens, and Lightning at home, and the Avalanche, Coyotes away, and so on, so forth. I've actually played a little bit of the Bruins just to kind of get a hang of it as well. Played a little bit of the exhibition games and then a show, and yeah, it's kind of interesting. Kind of what I intend to do today is just like take a look at the thing, see, you know, where we probably can improve and the players that we're definitely gonna keep, and probably in the next video just go through all of the exhibition games and then they're gonna start with the season on the third video. All right, so welcome to the Bruins. Fun on 24, yabba yabba yabba. Biggest rivalries: Canadians, the Sabres, and the Canucks. Canucks, obviously, since 2011, I would say. We have won 6 Stanley Cup titles, and the most recent being 2011. And head coach, of course, Claude Julien. And the most okay, well, star players we have Patrice Bergeron, who's a beast. Of the end, positioning 18, face-offs 20, anticipation. So really great mental, pretty solid physical abilities, and technically as well a pretty good player, especially when it comes to checking, face-offs, passing in off the fuck, didn't say that right, and off the puck, poke checks, positioning as well, really great. Slap shot and wrist shots, they're kind of average, not the best. Dicking as well. I feel like Dicking he could do better. I mean, this season I've seen some really good digs from him coming. Well, anyways, let's go back. We do have as well Tuukka Rask, which we took a look earlier before as well, and David Krejci, the 29. I had a feeling he was younger. Oh, the 29-year-old Czech over here. Okay, cool. And we have as prospects, we have actually 3 guys. First one being Linus Emerson. Can I take a look at the scout report for him? Let's just take a look. So future rating is a 4, kind of good. 20-year-old defenseman, strong blue line presence, leaves everything on the ice, complete team player, needs to improve his movement off the puck and shooting. And in Providence, he's going to run for 10 points while racking up 20 penalty minutes. That's not bad. A mobile defenseman. Okay, cool. So our Swede playing in Providence. We do have as well Mr. Jacob Zbodio, another Czech, much younger, 18 years old as well. Ooh, can I get a score report for him? I'm gonna do that as well. Any scores available? Do not care. And last but not least, we have Anton Blith. Anyways, him. And we got a scout report of him. 20-year-old winger, plays a solid two-way game, plays aggressively, a superb agitator, will take the hit for the good of the team, checks well, a good hitter. Okay, well, so a 20-year-old Swede as well. That is pretty solid, especially when it comes to the physical part of the game. And though, yeah, I mean, his stats are obviously still missing that side. They still don't show all those attributes, but alright, let's see as of the expectations of the board. Okay, well, they want us to make to the playoffs. Alright, so that's already a pretty high objective to reach. 1 second, let me just take a sip of my coffee. I'm recording this day like it's like about 1 o'clock right now, and I'm still like just in the morning mood, just like taking my second cup of coffee, just enjoying the day. Alright. Boston Bruins fans greeted by oh, okay, well, skepticism, that's fine. I mean, the last save, the one I just had as a test, they were like enraged. So I guess skepticism is fine. Alright, well, cool, and as we already mentioned, schedule. Alright, anyways. So to get started with, let's just go and take a look at our GM options. First of all, I kinda want them to arrange preseason games. Don't want to care about this. Maybe eventually in the second season, I'll take a look and choose specific teams that I want to play. Practice for now, yes. Let's just leave them at doing it. Takes control of exhibition games. No. All right, cool. All right, let's take a look at the roster. And I'm actually, Actually, there's two things. So before even the season starts, we have a training camp, which I'm just gonna take a look and see how it develops. I think we might try to squeeze that into the first video and see what happens. Uh, but before that, I kind of just wanna just take the roster and just see what we can do. So going to tactics. Uh, I'm gonna ask the can I ask the coach to do it. I feel like if I do, well, if I come back, it allows me definitely. So cancel all the changes. Okay, as head coach, uh, Claude Julien will do the rosters for me. Just take a look and let's just see how they would do it. So let's start obviously with the goalies, Rask and Gustafsson. Rask being the starting goalie, Gustafsson our backup. Rask, I really have no doubts about this season. I feel Gustafsson as well. I really don't intend to change it that much. Uh, his report saying, he's able to reach about 91.35% of saving percentage, and as well reach about 25 wins. Plays butterfly style. Is old player, but I feel like it will be enough to keep us in the race. And obviously Rask, the beast. Kind of, the only thing that bothers me, like when you have this screen, and I kind of just want to click on them, it doesn't let me. I kind of like have to look it over here and then just look over here and find them, and it doesn't let me to change as well, like by position or Anyways, so yeah, well, something that you guys can change, later on in the future. But looking and then starting by our defensive pairs, sorry, pairs, not pairs, pairs, not. I'm talking about pairs like two players, not the fruit. So I mean, if you could not tell before, I'm definitely not a native speaker. But start with Chara, our Slovakian 38 years old man. He's gonna be retiring soon. I have to start worrying about that in the future. It might actually be worth to take a look. Uh, Maybe not now. Maybe for the next season to trade him. Let's just see his contract information. He still has 2015, 3 more seasons to go. Okay, which is not bad. Yeah, I can still get on with it. But yeah, well, let me just look at his stats. Great physically, the beast like strength and balance. Slow player obviously, but a really strong. Mentally as well, influences the team. A lot of teamwork, so definitely the reason why he's our captain. And technically as well, for a defenseman, that's everything we need for a player. So his slap shots is good, poke checks, great as well. Passing off the puck, hitting, leaking, deflections, checking. Well, when it comes to defensive, what I need obviously is his poke check abilities. His positioning could be a little better, obviously, off the puck a little bit as well, and checking perhaps. But overall, a really good player. I really don't think we're gonna mess with him. Then with him, we do have Kevin Miller, uh, who is a stay-at-home defenseman. I wonder what's that supposed to mean? Like a guy that should just stay at home and watch the games, because that's the type of defenseman I probably would fit in. But anyway, so our American 27-year-old from LA, Cali, 27-year-old, strong two-way talent, strong character, high level of physical strength. Let's see. God, there we go. Yeah, so not the greatest. Maybe we'll see. You know. Then we have Torrey Krug, which I'm really excited about. Youngster from Michigan. Uh, overall, I think he seems like a pretty solid player. He's an offensive defenseman, and you can see a little bit of those stats, especially his wrist shot is okay, but his slap shot is 15, stick handling is 16, which is pretty good for a defenseman. Passing off the puck, so he has a little like solid stats around that. Mentally as well, pretty capable player, and physically is a really fast player. So like acceleration and agility, 17 and 16, as well as speed and stamina. That's pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that. So it's always good to have an offensive. I'm honestly contemplating and just living like I don't know, like Chara and Krug in the first line and see how we move. I don't know. It's kind of like because I don't play this game a lot, I don't really know what I'm going for, and not particularly sure whether it's good to have like a defensive and an offensive kind of like a defensive pair and so on. But we'll see. All right, McQuaid is our other player as well. Let's take a look at him. Mm-hmm. Right. I'm noticing I'm spending a lot of time on this player, so I'm kind of like just gonna try to speed up and leave it at that. All right, Quaid, Seidenberg. Seidenberg as well, like getting old as well. Positioning is pretty good. Poke check is good. Hitting is good. I feel like he's a solid second, third line defensive pair. And Morrow, uh, who's our 22-year-old man from Alberta, Canada. He's has a freaking good rating, like for the future. Six, 5 stars. So, well, you know, definitely worth maybe leaving him here, even though he might not be the best of our defensive men. All right, forwards. We have Martian, Bergeron, Eriksson. I'm not really gonna go into details, but uh, offensive, really good. Martian is kind of like a strong, hitting type of guy. I feel like checking 16, probably his highest stats from his technical ability, and overall a pretty well balanced player. So I'm pretty happy with that. Not sure if I'm gonna look at someone else to take that left wing and be, because I feel like the stats are good, but like maybe as a second linesman. Then we have Bergeron, which is an absolute, well, I was gonna say a beast. Well, he's not a beast, but pretty solid for my team. Let's see, well, he's a beast. Let's face it. Yeah, he's good. I'm happy with that. Definitely not gonna touch him. Then we have Eriksson, which honestly, as a real life player, I kind of have my about him. I don't know. Sometimes he plays really well. Sometimes he's just playing like crap. But yeah, here in the game, he's a pretty solid right wing. So stick handling is 17. His slap shot is miserable, but wrist shot is good, and all the other stats as well and physically. So I kind of feel like he's a good first linesman for this team. Uh, then for the second line we have Matt Beleskey, which don't really know that well, and overall his has some flaws in his game. His passing is not a great, positioning is not a great, stick handling either, and yeah, kind of not that much. We have David Krejci, which there you go. He's a good centerman. Like for me, that's a perfect first to second line. Passing, great playmaker. So yeah, he's a playmaking type of guy, as you can tell. So that's pretty good. And we have Pastrnak, who is our hope for the future. Future rating is a 5. Uh, Still has a lot to improve. Stick handling, wrist shots. Kind of like hanging in there. Hopefully he improves. Like that's something like I would like to know as well for you guys that are watching. How does it develop? Is it usually by the end of the season? Is kind of like on the go, like day by day, those stats can change. It would be interesting to know. And if the color does mean anything, is it like just by the rating and just to help me see a little better, or is it things that he might eventually improve or not? So that would be kind of interesting to know. So yeah, I mean, I feel like what I want to do. I mean, then of course we have this forwards here. Ronaldo, good, like strong player. Campaigning, kind of like an average center, not that bad. And then we have Jimmy Hayes, who is as well a pretty good rights man. Then Spooner, let me just take a look. I just kind of like want to see, so you guys will have the chance. Like if you want to take a look, just pause the video later on. Spooner is a pretty good one as well, and I feel like he has a good future rating. Excellent, that's good. Connolly as well, a solid player, and then we have Chris Kelly, 34 years old. I kind of like like those lines. I feel like they're fine. Maybe I have my doubts. Not sure necessarily about Ronaldo and Campaign. Just take a look at Campaign again. Well, he's 27. Campaign is actually fine. I don't mind him that much. I think I would put Spooner in the second line. I feel like in the third line, I feel like I want Spooner to develop a little more than Campaign. our fourth line eventually we might be able to change. And Ronaldo, yeah, as well. Move Ronaldo to our fourth line and Chris Kelly. I think Chris Kelly is a little more of a balanced player to be on the third line. Then between Connolly and Hayes, I don't know. I feel like that's good. So to be honest, what I feel like I should change probably, I kind of want to find a top left wing right now to go here with Bergeron and Eriksson. Move Martian because I feel Martian is more of a balanced player to the second line with Krejci and Pastrnak. I think that would be a good second line. And then if Velasquez moves to the third line, yeah, Velasquez moves to the third line. Then it's just like finding a good depth and fourth line. And here as well, I feel like I need another really good right defenseman moved here. Yes, Krug is good, but I kind of like Chara, Krug, and Seidenberg. I think those are good, and those are kind of like players that meh. I want to leave Morrow here. He's going to develop a lot. I feel McQuaid is solid. I feel, and let's just see Miller and Miller as well. So yeah, I feel like we're able, perhaps even to involve them in a trade. So let's take a look. So yeah, I feel like those are the priorities. And actually, we can even take a look at what's Claude Julien opinion on that. Because if you go on reports, he's actually going to give us a opinion. Is he? Oh yeah. So yeah, if you take a look, he ranked all of those for me. And as I said, defense wise, Chara, Sedberg, and Krug are tops. Miller, McQuaid, Moore, and Trotman. Oh, Trotman, who is it? Is he still the Bruins? Well, he's not dressed. But yeah, another youngster that can step up. Left wingers: Marchand, Belesky, Kelly, and Ronaldo. So again, Ronaldo, probably someone that I'll maybe take a look to trade. Then Bergeron, Kreischer, Spooner, and Campaignan. I'm kind of fine with that. And Eriksson, Hayes, Pastrnak, I'm kind of fine with that as well. Like mostly, I feel like if we just move our left wings just one down, put one guy here on this spot, then maybe later on we can take a look. And obviously our youngsters are just too young for this right now. So yeah. Well, if we set Damien, so that's what Julian thinks. He obviously are some obvious holes in the lineup within the system. We should especially target a top two defenseman. So okay, so that's cool. A depth defenseman, which I kind of mentioned. A goalie prospect. I'm not sure about the goalie prospect. Is that important? I know we have Malcolm Subban. He is surprisingly not that high. Uh, you know, well, we'll see. I don't think it's that important to be completely honest, or at least focus right now. How old is Tuca? 28. He's still good. He's still good. Yeah, we'll see. I'm not really gonna set that as my priority. And then a goalie prospect, a blue line prospect. You think what's that blue line prospect supposed to mean? Is that a kind of like a defensive prospect? I think they're given Shivak's improvement our roster step by step. All right, cool. Well, obviously, I kind of want to focus on winning now because they want us to reach the playoffs, so I kind of want to match the step. Well, first of all, I'm gonna go for that defenseman. So I want a top two. That has to be a key defenseman. And second off, I want a depth defenseman, as it listed right here. I feel like to probably go here in between McQuaid and Miller. Morrow, I don't know. Well, I mean, even Morrow. I mean, if I have to demote him and put into Providence, it's not that much of a big deal. He's 22 years old. He can still develop. Well, third, I'm actually gonna go for that key left wing, even though Claude Julien doesn't believe so. Claude, you're gonna thank me later for that. And all right, well, let's see a hot prospect as a goalie. I'm just leave it there. I don't know what that does. Maybe people trade it a little more often. But we'll see. All right, guys. So I feel like that was a good overview. I really want to listen to your guys' opinion on what I should do with the team. I intend to do kind of like this, about like every morning, wake up, just play a little bit of the front office here, improve the team, and obviously develop. So just leave your comments down below. What do you guys think? If you agree with me or not? If I'm just a complete idiot, or if kind of that's the heading you that you agree with, and Until next time, appreciate it. Thanks a lot, guys. See you later.